All right. You can either stop or you can get out. Tarzan is swinging back and forth on his grapevine. As he swings, he goes back and forth across the riverbank, swinging alternately over land and over water. Jane decides to model mathematically his motion, so she starts her stopwatch. Let X represent the number of seconds displayed on the stopwatch. Just told us here. So this X-axis is time, and we're in seconds, right? And let Y be the number of meters Tarzan is from the riverbank. Yeah, so I'm just going to write exactly what it said there. Meters from bank. Tarzan, assume that Y varies sinusoidally with X and that Y is positive when Tarzan is over water. So this side, Y is positive when Tarzan is over water. So this is water, and negative when he's over land, right? Am I doing this right? Y is positive when he's over water and negative when he's over land. So Jane finds that when X equals 2, Tarzan is at one end of his swing where Y equals negative 23. So at 2, he's down here at negative 23, which means, is he over water or land at that point? He's over the land. And he's on, she finds that when X equals 5, he reaches the other end of his swing and Y equals 17. So at 5, he's 17 up here, right? So something like that. Probably a little too curved at the bottom there, but whatever. Okay, so write an equation expressing Tarzan's distance from the riverbank in terms of X. So A, B, H, and K. So to find A, what do we do? A maximum minus the minimum, and then divide it by 2. Well, no. 17 minus a negative 23 is 40 divided by 2, which is 20. B is 2 pi divided by the period. What is the period here? Well, 3 gets us from a low to a high.
7 seconds. 6 seconds.
Yeah, we just double it, right? So from a crest to a trough, that's half a period. So that's 3. So we are going to go double that. So 6. So we do get pi over 3. H, what's our translation?
Over 2.
Yeah, we went right 2. And K?
17.
Plus a negative 23 divided by 2.
Wait.
So A, we subtract them and divide
yeah.
by 2. For K, we add them together and divide by 2. What is 17 minus or plus a negative 23? Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Okay, so sine or cosine? Cosine. So we got A. So if we're starting at this point here, right? What is A going to be, positive or negative? Negative, because we're starting below. So negative 20 cosine B, which we got to be pi over 3. We went 2 to the right, so x minus 2, and then 3 down, so minus 3. So if we type that in, so negative 20 cosine pi over 6, open parentheses again, x minus 2, close, close, minus 3. What do we want to set the window at? Zero to, yes, did I mess up?
Is it pi over 6 or pi over 3?
3, did I type in 6?
Yes, I think.
Yes, I
Like you
did.
said.
Yes,
Okay.
you were right. Okay, so what are we doing for the window? From where to where? Yeah, we don't have to go out super far, right? What about the Y's? Negative 25 to what? 20, okay. Oh, you're so funny, Steven.
You nerd.
Okay, so what about part C there? It says, where was Tarzan when Jane started the stopwatch? So how could we find out where he is when she started?
So at 0.
Yeah, so trace and then type in the number 0. We get 7. What does that mean?
He was 7 meters above water.
Good question.
Or wait,
Yeah, we're just gonna do over water. 7 meters over the water. So what about D? Predict the value of Y when X equals 15. So this is a good one, because if we press trace and type in 15, I get an error. Why?
we have to change the limit to.
Yeah, we didn't go out that far on the window. So if I go out further on my X's, and then wait for it to graph again.
It takes so long.
I
Like, you
know.
accidentally like type in the wrong equation.
And then waiting.
You go away. You're like, I know what is wrong. Screw it up.
Okay, so now once we graph, we can press trace again, type in 15, and we get a negative 13. What does that mean?
He's 13 meters over.
13 meters. I don't want negative. So 13 meters over land, right? Because a negative meant that he was over land.
Ugh.